Hello again, Kingston Town Administrator Keith Hickey with the latest edition of This Week in Kingston for the week ending November 10th, 2023. A lot of things happening in Kingston. Tomorrow on the 11th, on the 10th of November, there will be a Veterans Day ceremony, a groundbreaking ceremony at the townhouse that begins at 10:45 and lasts until about 11:30. I know some of you who are watching this now it's beyond or past Friday, but for those who may see this prior to 10:45 on Friday morning, if you'd like to stop by and participate and thank the veterans of Kingston for their service and attend the groundbreaking ceremony in front of the townhouse. I'm sure that will be very much appreciated by the people who have allowed us to live our lives the way we do now, and thank the veterans for everything that they've done for this country and this community. The long-awaited Evergreen Street, Pembroke Street, Main Street intersection improvements for pedestrian and bike riders, that those signals have been installed. They're operational, so when you get that intersection now, you can simply press a button, wait for traffic to be stopped. You'll be alerted that you can safely cross the street, and you'll be able to do that at those signals. So I want to thank Valerie Massard and Paul Basil very much for their hard work and getting that project done. I know it was a lengthy project. We had a lot of delays with equipment coming into town for this particular project. So now that the equipment's installed, it was completed earlier this week. Those lights are operational, and hopefully people who use that area for walking or biking will be much safer than they have been in the past. One of the things a little concerning, I just want to ask people to keep an eye on the newly completed playground at Grace Beach. Has had some ongoing vandalism with some of the playground equipment that's been installed down there. The recreation and facilities departments have been able to repair the vandalism that's occurred down there, but it's happening now on a recurring basis. So if anybody's going by or anybody has any security footage that might include Grace Beach, ask you to take a peek if you get a chance and see if you see anything going on. The latest occurrence happened, I believe, Monday or Tuesday night. So depending on how long your footage goes back, if you happen to have some of that footage, it'd be helpful to get a sense of what's happening down there so we can try to get that addressed so it doesn't continue to happen. The Board of Selectmen met this past Tuesday. And at that meeting, the board was requested to add a razor license that was denied at this point, to try to establish a policy. Many of the razor licenses we have, is 11 total in town now, aren't being used at all for either weather reasons or that the license holders just don't go out anymore. So we're going to try to establish a policy requiring those individuals who have a razor license to use those at least a certain number of times a year, or those licenses when they're considered for renewal at the end of the year might be revoked if they're not being used. So somebody who does have an interest in razor licensing can do so. So that'll be coming up later on in December. We're obviously gearing up for the Veterans Day ceremony here tomorrow. Again, for those who are watching before Friday, all of the town buildings that are not emergency response related will be closed on Friday to celebrate Veterans Day. The library will also be closed on Saturday, the actual Veterans Day. So please try to plan accordingly for those dates. With that, there's just keep an eye on what's happening in town on our website. There is continue to be a police chief search. There's a survey up on our website now that allows anybody who has an interest in completing a short survey on what you're looking for in the next police chief. We'd urge you to do that. It's anonymous. and that feedback will be very helpful in trying to determine the right person for the position. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But with that, I want to thank you very much for watching. Hope everybody has a great week. Happy Veterans Day, and we'll talk to you again next week.